Hi, I'm Ebon.
And I'm William.
And welcome to another episode of the Thick and Thin Podcast. And we're back for another week of foolishness.
That's what we're good for.
Yep.
I've been a reading fool this week.
You have.
Yeah.
I got you on the Dan Brown crack.
Yeah, because I finished a book that I was reading called The Pariah, which for the life of me, I can't remember the author of. Some cheeky Brit.
Cheeky Brit.
Yeah, some cheeky Brit wrote it. I enjoyed it very much. It was a fantasy book. Well, yeah, it was. I don't know what distinguishes a fantasy, because, like, if there's, like, next to no magic, it's almost like, is it fantasy? Like, if it takes place in just a different world, does that just make it fantasy? Is, like, Star Wars fantasy, technically?
Yeah.
Science
or sci-fi,
fantasy?
Yeah.
But, like, what makes... It's just fiction. What's the difference between, like, fiction and fantasy?
Fiction is a bigger umbrella.
So fantasy is just under fiction?
Yeah, it's a subgenre.
Fantasy fiction.
I mean, nobody ever says that. It just said fantasy. It's assumed that
But why
it's fiction.
say science fiction? Sci-fi. Why do that?
Because if you just said science, it could be like a research book, a medical book. Like, you have to qualify fiction to denote that it's not based in reality. But I feel like science is the only genre that we do qualify with the tag fiction on it.
But typically, like, sci-fi, science fiction isn't rooted in reality. It's like,
right.
Like Star Wars isn't so there's no science in Star Wars. Besides, there's like technology
true.
and stuff. Like, how
there's really no science.
Yeah,
it's
like they just have floating fucking ships and stuff. Like, granted, I guess it's like through science and technology they figured this out. I don't know. Like,
that is a good point.
Like, it's basically magic.
It's a space fantasy.
It's space magic.
Sure. I mean,
Eventually,
I'm not mad at that.
Eventually, the line between science and magic gets blurred. Because if you're like Benjamin Franklin and you would come to like right now and see like smartphones, you'd be like, this is magic.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like an aspect of sci-fi is something very technical. There's like deep explanations about, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a good example.
Star Wars doesn't do that. They go, there's kyber crystals,
like,
and they fucking pew pew, and we do
that's
lasers.
what I'm saying. I'm
Just...
backing off of considering it sci-fi. But have you ever read or watched the movie The Martian, the book, or the... Mm-mm. So that was based in reality. Like, a guy kind of gets stuck. I don't know if it was on the moon or... I don't know where he was.
The Martian? He was on Mars.
Duh. Let me drink some more of this coffee. So it's based in reality. It's very technical. It talks about what he did to survive, but it's still fiction. Or like... I'm trying to think what other movies. Like not Galaxy. What was that?
What about
Gravity? Did you ever see Gravity?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be science fiction. That's based in reality, but it's not...
Wait, no, I didn't see Gravity. I saw Interstellar. But it's the same thing.
Okay, well, I haven't seen Interstellar, so I can't
really?
weigh in. Mm-mm.
Oh, we should watch that. That's a
but
really
it
good
is
movie.
Is it like something based in reality, like a possibly could happen, and it's very technical, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not fact.
But again, it's like, I don't know the science of it. I don't know if it's based, like, truly could be a realistic thing. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure in their credits there's some scientific consultant something in there. So
yeah, we get Neil deGrasse Tyson out there.
Yeah,
to go over the alignment of their stars and shit.
Exactly. Or like Jurassic Park. That's textbook science fiction. The narrative is based in possibly realistic, like, DNA.
Just old man. I did magic on
dinosaurs.
Mean,
but they talked about, like, they found something in amber and blah, blah, blah. They got at least in the first one, they got very technical with it. So that would be science fiction.
Okay.
But it's still fiction.
But it's still fantasy.
Is that fantasy?
I mean,
there's no magic.
But that's what I was saying. I don't think there has to be magic for it to be fantasy.
I think when you talk about when people talk about fantasy as a genre, whether narrative or a movie, I feel like there has to be a quintessential point is magic or magical elements.
But what if it takes place on a different world no magic, but it's like medieval. What's that?
In a different world?
Yeah, it's like there's different countries. It's not like on Earth. Like there's no like historical basis for it, but there's no magic, but it's all about like kings and blah blah blah. And
I don't know what that would be.
You know what I'm saying?
Huh? Is that what this book that you read is?
It's pretty darn close.
So it's like a King Arthur legend kind of thing?
Maybe, yeah, okay. Yeah. Like what is that? That's fantasy, right?
Or myth,
it's
yeah.
Medieval fiction? I don't know. Like, but that's not a real.
Well, but there is a fantasy because the whole like Sword in the Stone that Merlin is a wizard. Okay. So that's a fantasy.
Fair. Yep.
Okay.
But no, this book, I mean, there's like a strong like religious aspect to it.
Okay.
Of like, you know, believers, and like they think that the gods are like actively having a hand, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm failing to find the words, but they're like actively like speaking to like the people that are in the church, like they have like visions kind of thing, but it's like you don't know if that's like people are nowadays, where they're just like, God talked to me and he said we got to get rid of the Mexicans. You know, it's like I don't know if it's that, or if they're genuinely like
had visions.
Yeah, or if they're like a prophet or whatever. Like but there is like one instance where it's like it's like an allusion to magic, but it's not like super obvious.
Maybe it's like low fantasy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably what it would be. But again, like, how low can you go?
How low can you go?
And it's still fantasy, and it's not just like a medieval fiction, like I said. Like, but then even then, medieval implies that it's like based in our medieval times, in my opinion.
I don't know.
Like to be like Game of Thrones is like medieval. It's like, well, not really, because it's not. And it's not on our world, so it's not. There's no like medieval is a time period for us.
True, but I would kind of describe Game of Thrones as having some medieval notes in the sense of just like what their daily life is. They fight with swords and shields, like that kind of stuff. Kind of references medieval, even though I guess you technically can't call it that. But the lifestyle in the world is referential to medieval.
But they've been fighting with swords and bows for longer than medieval times.
Am I?
Sure. Fucking the Trojans were fighting with swords and arrows. That's not medieval. That's true. You know, it's like what. But I'm just saying, distinguishes.
Like, well, I'm sure there's other nuances, but to me, Game of Thrones feels medieval-y, and it's low fantasy.
That's the time period that their like world is based on.
Yeah,
but
technically, we have no year markers. They don't tell you years. I'm probably in the book they do, but not in the show.
For Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. Well, what does that matter? It's not. It's in Westeros. It's not on Earth. That's
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you know, they're very ambiguous with what time and days and months and seasons are there.
It's also like fantasy. They'll be like 5,000 years ago. This was like the thing. So it's like, oh, you guys have just always been shitty and not advancing technology at all. Like, do they just not have gunpowder in their world? Like, it just doesn't exist? I don't know.
That's a good point.
It's very interesting where they're like, this is like super old. This like the trees in Game of Thrones where they're like, this is like 5,000 winters ago or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, oh, so you guys just don't try to make your lives better whatsoever? Like, it's such a weird thing. Like, you got... Even in like a high fantasy where there's magic, it's like, why wouldn't you stop famine with your magic, or like stop like wars with like that? Doesn't make any sense.
Ask J.R.R. Tolkien.
The Witcher is a great example of that.
Okay.
There's plenty of magic in The Witcher, and it's like, why isn't your world better?
Perfect.
Yeah. It's like, why aren't you building buildings that don't break?
Because mankind, quote unquote, is shitty in every iteration.
I guess, or it's just like, I don't know. I think in The Witcher, it's more of like the magic users, they keep it to themselves, where they're like, this is ours, and well,
they realize they have an advantage, so they're trying to preserve it.
Exactly.
Just like,
but even, I mean, look at Harry Potter. It's like, why don't you make, I don't know, like TV screens, or like, why are you all wearing robes still? You know, it's like, I don't know. Why don't you have your new wizard fashion and shit? Like, it's just all
in that world, it probably is.
I guess. I mean, there is the one instance where Ron has his like dress robes that are old and they're like out of fashion.
Yeah, which to me, it's like, how is a robe out of fashion? It's
Right.
just, that looks like the same stuff we wear in our high school graduations. How is that out of fashion?
Right.
Anyway, back to your book. We got on a big tangent there.
Yeah. So it was very good. It's part of a trilogy, but they're very long books. And I don't know. I was fine with how it ended, but I was kind of like, that's not really what I was hoping.
Because they want you
was
to
gonna
go for book
happen.
2 and 3.
But wouldn't you want me to be like, that's how I wanted this to, that's the trajectory I wanted this to take, you know? Like,
No, because if you're satisfied after the first book, then they need you to either be unsatisfied with the ending or leave it on a cliffhanger to make you want to continue reading. That's bad marketing to make you satisfied. Duh.
I suppose. I mean, I don't want to, spoil it because I know so many people are going to read it that listen to this. But
You never know.
I don't know, just where it ended, it was just kind of like,
It didn't leave you with wanting more.
not really. Like, I will read because I am curious, like, where the story goes. But as far as, like, that as a book and the ending, I was like, man, that's not, I don't know, it was kind of lame.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
No, it's fine. So I wasn't like, oh, I have to get the next one like right away. And I don't remember how the conversation started, but you had brought up Da Vinci Code. How the hell did that come up? What were we?
I feel like I first mentioned Dan Brown books before you had started, or maybe right after you started the fantasy book that you're talking about. And I talked about how I loved how cinematically he wrote. Because, it was before you started that. Because I remember after you finished, what did you read before? Were you on the Lord of the Flies or the Mario Puzo? You'd finished something, and I was like, oh, do you want to start this? And you're like, oh, I'm going to do this fantasy first.
I think, I can't remember if I read the Borgia one. What was it called?
The Family.
The Family? I think I read that, and then I read Animal Farm and Lord of the Flies.
Okay.
And then
You went to your fantasy one.
I think
Okay.
so.
So yeah, I was just raving about, like, I loved his writing style, and I'm sure people have heard of Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons, the movie, but the author, Dan Brown, has, I think, 3 or 4 other books subsequent to Da Vinci Code involving that same character, Robert Langdon, and he also has 2 books that are not Robert Langdon based, and I've read all of his books, and I was not disappointed. So I'd been hyping it up to you. And so when you were finished with your book, I was like, hey, you want to try one? And I remember you were kind of unsure about reading Da Vinci Code because
I'd seen the movie.
Because you'd seen the movie. You thought, yeah.
I'm pretty, and to this day, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I saw
You
this.
did. We watched it together.
Okay, yeah.
But so I know you were like, I don't know. Usually when I read a book that I've seen the movie, it's not as exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, trust me, you still will find this exciting.
And I read it in 6 days.
Yeah. And y'all, if any of y'all have read Dan Brown books, they are thick. But they're just that good.
It was very good. Yeah, he has a writing style that, like you said, is cinematic and is just like you can perfectly envision it in your head for some reason. Like, it's very easy to just like get a head movie, as my friend Aaron Chase likes to say, which I found out he stole from Tropic Thunder. So, but and also what was interesting about his is like he brings up like all this stuff, and you're like, wait, is this real?
And it is.
And it is. And it's like, oh my God, like, first of all, how do you know all of this? Like, I know, like, you could do research and blah, 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 but how confident do you have to be to put it on paper and be like, this is what, what I'm saying?
Just given the fact that it takes, I wouldn't say a long time, but he's not like, he's not punching out books quick. So I assume, I'm 90% sure that he spends a lot of time researching and interviewing people in that field to like make it
And
real.
visiting places.
Yeah. What a life. God, I'm jealous.
I know, right? Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, and it's like one of those books, but like the Da Vinci Code mostly takes place in like Paris, and it makes you want to visit. It
Yeah.
makes me want to go.
Yeah.
Like, I want to check this stuff out. I want to see this like rose line and like all these things. Like that sounds the Louvre. I mean, obviously we'd like to go to the Louvre.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also very satisfying ending.
Yeah.
It's not like
Build it up, hype you up, and just like drop you.
right.
Yeah,
And I feel like a lot of books kind of do that.
They don't stick the
they
landing.
don't know how. Yeah, they don't know how to end it. Which I get it. Like ending
It's
a story
hard.
is difficult, as we saw with like Game of Thrones and Dexter. Like it's hard to wrap a story up. And it's like I don't know, especially like Da Vinci Code, like spoilers, I guess.
I mean, it's an old book and an old movie.
Well, you know. But like, you know, it's like the hunt for the Holy Grail, and it's like, ooh, are they gonna find it? Like, are they genuinely going to like discover it? And it's like, yes and no.
Well, you realize a Holy Grail is not what we've all thought it was.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And that was a part too that blew my mind when they were like breaking down like how the Catholic Church like basically flip the script on everything historical and just like everything's a lie, just like I said it was, Mom.
She's gonna be like, let me go grab this book and see what he reads.
Go read that. It's gonna enlighten you, especially if you're a woman.
Yeah.
Like that is it's an empowering book to be like, wow, we were so revered that they had to bring us down a peg. Yeah. Which, when you like think about it, it's like, yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
It's like they carry our children.
Yeah.
It's like they should be held in high regard.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. So yeah.
So have you started
Yeah.
the other one? Okay,
Yeah, I'm
Origin.
like 10% into Origin. I still haven't gotten to like I don't know what the thing is yet.
Oh, okay.
Like I just haven't gotten there.
You're in the intro
Yeah.
area.
Which, that's what I liked about Da Vinci Code, is that it was like right to it. Like chapter 2, it's like, here's what the fuck's going on, dude. Like Origin, I'm like 10% of the way in, I'm like, I still don't know what this is about.
Well, I mean,
like,
he'll get you there. Trust me.
I know, but it's like that was the thing that like really, like I read a quarter of the Da Vinci Code in the first day because it was like, oh, I know where like I already know.
But
like,
you also had a movie too
That's
as a
true.
reference, so you already knew what the crux somewhat was going to be.
That's true.
Whereas this one, you're going in blind.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it just starts. I don't know. Da Vinci Code just started so intense, and it's just like, guy gets killed. He gets pulled to the crime scene to like investigate. Like that. It is like right to it. You know.
Right. Well, yeah.
And I don't know. Origin was that the first one or is that a later one?
No, it's a later one. That's the only Origin is so far. I know he's about to drop a book next month. Is the only one that hasn't been adapted into a movie or TV show.
Okay.
So yeah, it's later.
Interesting. There was a thing in Origin that I was like, ooh, that's cool as fuck.
What?
And so in the beginning, he's like going to the this like presentation by one of his former students, and it's at like an art museum, and they give him like the like it's a headset, but it like goes on their jaw or something, and like it's like a bone conducting for sound, and they can talk to and then the thing ends up being like artificial intelligence. It's like if they would have done that at LACMA.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude, I would have been all over that. I would have. I mean, well, it wouldn't have been AI, but like that's kind of what they were going for with like the headphones thing. But the idea of like being able to ask questions about it, I'm like, oh, this would, oh, that would. If I could just talk shit to an AI about how stupid art is, and they'd be like, well, actually, if you blah, 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 and blah, 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 like maybe I'd have a different opinion on it by the time I left. You know what I mean?
The Wires one, really? I doubt that.
Well, maybe not the Wires one. But I don't know. I just thought that was such a good idea, and it's like, and I don't know what Dan Brown is like. Is this a real thing that's actually happening? And it's just like only in like high-end
Special,
museums
yeah.
or like for special like people or what, I don't know. It's just very, very interesting. So, but I like where it's going in terms of just like, it's obviously got something to do with like the creation myth.
Origin of species.
Yeah. So, but it's, I don't know, like I'm just racking my brain of like, fucking, didn't Darwin cover this? Like we kind of, not solved, but disproved the creation myth like a long time ago, I feel like. So
I don't know, has it been solved? I mean, I don't think they've.
Well, we know a god didn't create the world.
There's a chunk of time between where the earliest documented, man, and when creation. There's still a space that's unaccounted for, quote unquote. But
spoilers, no spoilers.
So, but anyway, I'm glad you're delved in. You have delved in.
Mm-hmm. Sure have. On your Kindle, it has flowers on it. You won't let me take out of the case.
Because I want to keep it in good condition.
Whatever.
And you have not proven, based on the state of your phone, that you should be caseless.
My phone works fine.
It don't look fine.
It looks fine.
No, it don't.
Whatever. Anywho, what have you been reading?
So there's this series it's called The Advocate by Teresa Burrell, and her naming conventions for each of her books, it's a series obviously, is similar to, what is it, Sue Grafton, that has like
A is for
so
animal,
so
B
like
for
the first
butthole.
book in this series was like The Advocate, the next one's The Advocate's Betrayal, The Advocate's Conviction, like it goes letterwise.
Okay.
So
I thought it was going to be like The Advocate's Betrayal of Conviction.
No.
The Advocate's Betrayal of Conviction of Dicks.
No.
And it just keeps like, and by the end she's got a 26 word.
No. So, I mean, she puts out a book like every year to 18 months or so. And I remember, long story short, but my mom and I actually met this author, like we used to go to the LA Times Book Festival on USC's campus every year. And we met her. Or no, I take that back. She was at our Barnes & Noble and she was promoting her first book. And I don't know if it was like a, cheap promotion or whatever. My mom got it. And basically this lady used to be a child advocate lawyer. And so all her narratives surround like the character, a child advocate lawyer, and the different, it's like one case that's like a mystery or whatever.
Sounds depressing as hell.
Some of them are, some of them are murder based. Some of them are, they can get kind of ick. But, so I remember I read the first one and I was like, oh, this is good. And then like we got on her mailing list. So we would get emails when she was dropping that next one. And so anyway, I had last left off on like, I don't know, like N or O. And for whatever reason, I got distracted with other books in life or whatever. So I'm playing catch up. So I'm currently on, I think it's Advocate's Quandary.
Dude, I was just going to say that. That's
really?
I mean, how many Q words can you use for... but
so
that's literally what I was going to guess.
This is the third one. Like I read 3. So Q, what's before that? P, O. So I've done O, P, and Q now. And R just came out this year. So I'm trying to catch up to current. I used to be current, but somehow I got... So...
What's the R one? The Advocate's...
Reflection.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say a different R word.
But yeah, they're really good. They're like a quick read. She's built this set of core characters that, we followed along. But yet the stories are such that if you hopped in, you wouldn't have to have read like all of them. Like,
so it's like Dan Brown.
Yeah.
Or the Langdon series.
Yeah.
Where they just like, he literally references the previous book like in 2 sentences.
Yeah. And that's kind of how the Advocate books are. Like they'll, her boyfriend is like a retired cop that, likes to wear cowboy hats or whatever. He's like very Southern and cowboy-y.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah. So, they'll have like a couple of lines that reference that or, so.
Yeah,
So it's pretty good.
I don't think I've anticipated a book release since Harry Potter.
Really?
I don't think so.
What are you anticipating?
Right now?
Yeah. That next Dan Brown book?
Nothing in particular.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I guess like there's a new Witcher book that's coming out, but it's not going to advance. I think I was telling you, like, it's not going to advance the story. It's just going to be like another prequel kind of book.
Okay.
And it's just like, like,
Yeah.
I'll read it, but
it's not like you got to pre-order it.
Right. It's not like, oh, I need to figure out like how the story ends, because the story's already ended as far as like, because there's like 8 books out right now.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah. So I've read all of those. Actually, the 8th one is also a prequel.
Okay.
So it's like,
there's nothing at the tail end of the story to tell
exactly.
more. Okay.
Yeah. So it's it's.
Well, I'm excited for the new Dan Brown book. So after this one, I think it drops at like September 9th. So I'm gonna hop into that one.
I gotta finish the other one.
And I did pre-order that. So
cool.
But yeah,
I'm trying to think of what other books I would have like. I don't know. Most books that I read now, it's like, oh, it's been out a while. Like, and especially like, I know there are some classics that I just never read for whatever reason, and now that I'm like wiser and like not as stupid, like I can like go and appreciate them.
Yeah.
Like I read Frankenstein a few years ago for the first time, and I don't know. I just feel like a lot of those classic books, even if you read them in high school,
you can't appreciate them.
You can't appreciate it. You don't really understand like what they're like real, like what the gravity of it is.
Yeah.
Like Frankenstein, if I would have read that in high school, I would have been so confused.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
I remember reading it in high school, and I remember having my mind blown then, but simply because my perception of Frankenstein before reading it was just like the bolts in the neck, and it just seemed like campy horror, and then reading it, I was like, oh, there's actually substance, and there's some depth here.
It's a completely different
narrative
than what Hollywood has made Frankenstein to be. And that's why, like, I almost want to read, like, Dracula. Because I feel like that's probably way different than, like, any vampire stuff that we're used to. Okay, yeah, so...
Do I have a copy of Dracula?
Surely you do.
But,
I'm trying to think what else. I mean, like, Animal Farm, Lord of the Flies, like, I don't know that I would have, like, really understood Animal Farm.
Really?
I don't know.
Huh,
I'm not sure.
I think you would have.
I don't know. Like, I wasn't politically inclined by any means when I was in high school. Like, it was like we just went through like the George Bush, Al Gore election, and it was just like, I don't. And 9/11, it's like I don't care.
Actually, one book I want to reread again, but I'm kind of scared to, is 1984.
I read that. I think I was in college still when I read it.
Okay, I read that one in high school too. I remember reading that one either back to back or in the same school year as Animal Farm, because we did 2 George Orwells.
That makes sense.
And I remember what makes me scared to read it is because I remember during Trump's first term, they talked about there were a resurgence in people buying and reading 1984 and Brave New World, and I was
Brave New World.
It's also another dystopian by somebody Huxley. His first name starts with an A, but it's a weird name. They're both very dystopian, and like people were talking about like, oh, this is kind of scary. And this almost reads like a horror film now.
That's like what was it, Fahrenheit? Numbers,
451.
Yeah.
Burning of books.
When I read that one was like whoa. And to this day, I'm like, this shouldn't be sold digitally. Yeah. You should have to read the book.
The
physically.
irony, I know.
Yeah, it's like you should have a physical copy of it to read it. Like it's different when you're holding the book.
Yeah, for sure.
It's different. But even that, I mean, and while like that is like a very much like they're burning the books, they're getting rid of knowledge. While we're not like burning books, that's essentially what's like in a roundabout way, just in a different medium or whatever you want to call it, like a different method.
Yep.
They're just like burying actual knowledge with just like nonsense online.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, man. Yeah.
Yep.
But it's like, I wonder if people that like if you're like okay with everything that's going on with Trump, like if they read it, are they going to get the same message?
I would doubt it.
They would be like, yeah, two legs are better than four.
I mean, I have two schools of thought on that. I feel like most supporters of current administration can't read, but probably don't, which, you know, they don't strike me as a type of wanting new information to come in.
Right.
And secondly, I feel like if they did, they would probably discount it as being woke. Even though a lot of these works existed before the concept of woke existed, but they would probably just discount it as like, oh, this is some woke conspiracy.
Fucking CNN must have written this book.
Yeah. So again, the information is not actually hitting and marinating and making a person think about it. They're just going to discount it because it doesn't.
They can't think objectively.
Right. Or they're not willing to entertain new information and maybe, you know, reevaluate their stance on things. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm kind of torn on like this like socialist movement that's going. Like, what's the guy in New York that's running for Mamdani?
Yes.
I don't know what to think about that. Because on one hand, it's like, yeah, I want like the people to be taken care of, but I don't know that socialism is like
he's kind of swinging extremely on the other side. So.
But it's like, I feel like socialism is probably better than communism. Like, I mean, granted, there's a fine line between the two, but I feel like what's going on in like Finland and Sweden and those places is better than what's going on in Russia. So like, I don't know. And like, that's why I think Animal Farm is like, it's like, which side is better? Like you're almost torn on like, yeah, good for the animals, but eventually it's like, not so much, you know? I don't know where I was going with that, but, I don't know how to feel about this because it seems either like dictatorship or socialism. And it's like,
well, and it's like ideally, and I don't know why
be in the middle
exactly.
somewhere?
I don't know why mankind can't realize that there's a nice balance in the middle that would ideally be best for everybody or the most people, but it's like people
socialism.
Get so hung up in their tribe, as it were, that it's like, you know, if you're way over here, it's like anything this side says, even if it's a good idea and common sense or oh my gosh.
Thanks, Tango. Where's that bow?
I think our neighbor was putting something in his trash, so I heard it snap. Anyway, so I think, you know, when we've gotten to this place where good ideas, even on both sides, are discounted because they come from the other side.
Sorry.
And the reality is the people that suffer the most are like the regular people in the middle.
Everybody.
Yeah.
The 98%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that one episode, we were just watching Scandal. We're also rewatching Scandal.
You're rewatching Scandal.
You're watching the first time. That's fair. Where like there was a
you're re
whatever. Don't judge me. It's one of my favorite shows. That one conversation between one of the characters, Cyrus. Hey,
boys, chill the fuck out. This is a dictatorship, not a socialist household. That
one character, the Cyrus, who's the vice president to a Republican president, which that's a whole other storyline. But you know, he has this good idea. It both everybody benefits, but the Democratic senator, one of the Democratic senators, is like, can't you put this off so we can have the win, you know, in 4 years? And it's like, okay, but if everybody's cool with it, you're
who
gonna
cares?
Who cares who came up with a good idea? Who came up with the good idea? If it benefits everybody, who cares? Everybody wins. And we saw that similarly with right before this past election, and people are talking about let's get some border control and blah blah blah, and like Biden came up with a plan, like, okay, y'all want this, let's do this, and then Trump in the back channels was like calling people saying, don't vote for this, wait till I get in the office. And it's like, okay, but if everybody wanted this, who cares?
Right.
That kind of shit pisses me off. And it's like,
it's just the wrong people are the ones that want to like be in awe, like they want, it's it's
each side is so consumed with winning and getting one over on the other side that they've lost the focus of actually doing what's best for people, which pisses me off.
Which gives me very little hope for even if a Democrat manages somehow miraculously to get voted in, because let's be honest, at this point it's going to take a fucking miracle. Even Gavin Newsom, it's like this whole gerrymandering thing, I don't think is going to go well for him. I don't think that special vote is going to pass.
Oh, wait, did I miss something? Special vote? The redistricting thing?
Yeah, that's going to happen in November. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to pass.
Well, I guess Texas isn't backing off then, right?
Right.
Okay.
And I think like most of like Central California is like red, and like they're not going to, and if this is just like a 1-to-1 like vote, I don't think it's going to pass. But I don't know how it works.
I don't either, but I mean, even the red parts of California are still the minority for the whole state.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but I don't know. I just feel like there are. I don't know. I saw something that said like 64% of Californians oppose the. But of course, nobody asked us, so they can't. Right. But like a rough estimate is like that makes sense. Like I don't even know where I stand on it.
Well, I legitimately wished that after Newsom's threat, that Texas would just back down, because I feel like once this starts, then it's just going to spread across everywhere, and then it's really going to be a clusterfuck. So I just wish, I was really hoping that Texas would just be like, all right, like we'll leave it alone. But
they're not.
So I don't know. It's getting too much.
It's getting too much. Which is why we need to get a gun.
That was a weird segue.
All right, let's get into our weekly relationship talk, shall we?
Shall we? Yes.
Okay. Here's the first one.
Okay.
It says happy couples are less likely to post about their partners on social media.
That tracks.
Multiple studies suggest that couples who don't frequently post each other on social media are often more secure and satisfied in their relationships. Research from Carnegie Mellon and the University of Kansas, well, one of those is respected, found that while private, offline sharing strengthens intimacy, public sharing, especially frequent or performative posts, can actually reduce feelings of closeness. Oversharing is sometimes linked to relationship insecurity, where couples use posts to seek external validation rather than genuine connection. In contrast, happy couples tend to focus more on real-life bonding and feel less pressure to prove their relationship online. Social media can also introduce jealousy and comparisons. I've never read a more succinct
real talk.
Like this is like they nailed it. I mean, like how often are we go to somewhere, like we went to LACMA and it was like almost always we're like, oh, we should take pictures,
and we rarely do.
We never do. We don't even think about it. It doesn't even cross our mind,
right?
Because we're just engaged with each other and we're just having a good time in the moment. And it's just like, we're not thinking about like, oh, let me take a picture so that I can show people that we're going and doing stuff together.
Right. I agree.
Oh, all right.
I mean,
moving on.
Well, it's like, I mean, it's weird that like I never had the conscious thought to do or not do what this post is saying. But it's like when I started thinking about it, I was like, like that's an interesting correlation. And I wonder, like I'm thinking about people that I know that exhibit both sides, and I'm like, I'm thinking about couples that do post a lot, and I'm like, that tracks. And then I think about people that rarely post that I know are like happy, or at least I assume they're happy, and I'm like, that tracks. That really tracks.
Yeah. I wonder about like the middle ground where it's like they post somewhat about them, but they're not in it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Where like, I don't know, they'll be like doing this thing with this person. The person's not in the photo, but they're like saying that they're with them. You know, it's like there's like a gray area.
I mean, I guess I would factor in more frequency of that than the substance of the post. I'm trying to think.
Dude, imagine like this part stood out to me. Seek external validation. Imagine needing external validation for your relationship. Like,
and yet I'm in my head, I can rattle off 5 examples right now of people I know. I'm like, ooh, yeah.
That's crazy, man. Like if you're a person that gets upset at your significant other because they don't post about you, like you're probably the problem.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to name them, but the first couple that came to mind on the hardly ever posts, but are happy, the couple that we hang out with a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They might post like a couple times a year about the other or including the other. And it's like, oh, that tracks.
I don't even post about you on your birthday.
Damn, no, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
I don't know. It's much more of like, well, I'd rather my energy go into like planning something to do with you or like take you out somewhere, make a reservation versus make a social media post. Real talk. I don't know. Yeah, that's just speaks volumes. Of course, I like that this says multiple studies, so it's not just like one single.
We pulled
study.
3 couples and
exactly. Yeah. So this is a common thing. I also saw, and I don't have a thing for it, but there's studies going around now that staring at like scrolling through your phone is worse for your brain than alcohol.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I don't know how true it is, but
I mean, obviously the consequences will manifest differently, but I could believe that.
At least alcohol makes you social, like truly social.
Well, I mean, excluding alcoholics, but I'm like, usually consuming alcohol is a social.
Right.
You're at least doing it in a social setting. So
or it's like a stress relief thing where I think like if you're scrolling, like generally speaking, you're
ratcheting up your anxiety.
Yeah, because that's how these whatever the algorithms, that's what they do. They actively show you things that make you upset. I was saying this to you last week where I was like, I am seeing posts on my Facebook that are for the Tigers' rival team. And it's like, why would this ever make it onto my page? Like, this makes no sense at all.
Right.
And it's like, oh, they're just trying to get me upset so that I comment on it, so that there's just more engagement. And it's just like, that's gross, dude.
Why do you think I am on Facebook minimally now? Mine wasn't obviously sports related, but it was politics related. So it was just like, I can't let that. I deleted the app from my phone. Obviously, I'll cross post to promote the podcast, but the fact that 5 to 10 minutes on Facebook and I'm coming away like, why are they being so dumb? And
so
it's
dumb.
just like
people are so stupid.
Just remove the temptation.
And you're just like all these memes and just like reposting other people's stuff. It's fucking stupid.
Yep.
It's just like so irritating, dude. So yeah, I'm trying to remove myself from it a little bit. But
I don't know what it is. I don't have that experience with Instagram or Threads, but somehow Facebook just something pisses me off every time I go on there.
Facebook is on some shit right now because I'm getting straight up porn.
Oh, that's
on my feed. It'll be like
wild.
It's crazy. It's like it's masked as like male enhancement, so it's like a health thing, but it's like straight up hardcore P and V, P and A pornography. Like that was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
And you sent me one of the posts, but it's like I think the post the thumbnail of it was like It was like a lady in a dentist chair, and or the doctor about to examine her. Or she was just. It was like some kind of medical situation where it looked like a doctor was about to examine a patient, and I'm like, I've seen ads or posts that have that type of thumbnail, and I'm so glad I never clicked them, because what you sent me, I was like, oh my god, like that was misleading as hell.
Yeah, it was crazy. I could not believe it.
Yeah. And I'm surprised how the algorithm has not caught that. It was
especially Facebook.
Yeah.
Like their Instagram, Facebook, I mean, they're run by the same company, so it's like they're pretty good about not allowing that stuff. And so I'm just amazed that that's flown under the radar. Yeah, like that was crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy.
That was wild.
I mean, I get like male enhancement things and like hymns, you know, even their commercials. It's like, wow, you guys, you don't like try to be clever at all. It's like, do you want to be harder? Do you want to last longer in bed? It's like, dog.
But even then, it's not like
Cialis commercials. Yeah, it was like, hey Bob, do you want to be more of a man? Like it's like there's an undertone.
But even those types of ads, despite what they're actually promoting, they still have pretty benign imagery. It's like a guy walking hand in hand with a woman on the beach or whatever. Like, it didn't show them like
hardcore
using
porn.
It. Yeah,
it was crazy, man. Yeah. I mean, full on. It was crazy, man. I mean, I didn't report it, but.
I mean, when you sent me the link, I was at work, and even though you're like, oh, like, what was the preamble you said?
I said, yo, there is straight up porn on my Facebook feed right now.
So I
said straight up.
You did say straight up. However, I was just expecting like some provocative low cut or see-through tits or something. And so when I opened them, thank God that the sound had no sound, or that it didn't play. I opened it, and within like 5 seconds it was like a penis, and I was like, oh, like I couldn't close that screen, because I was like, the last thing I need somebody walking by me like, what you doing at work? Like,
it was wild, man. I was blown away.
Yeah, I was surprised.
It was like 2.5 minutes of porn and then 48 minutes of that image. It's so
That's
weird.
Wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
The world that we're living in.
I know.
All right, this one, it says 6 daily habits that make couples emotionally closer. Okay. I'm going to tell you it's only 5, because the last one is just a promo for whatever their stupid app is or whatever.
All right.
So go ahead and read number 1 for us.
1, morning check-in. Before the day starts, ask, how did you sleep, or anything on your mind today? Start your day with emotional attunement. I feel like we
do this.
We usually do that, especially the how did you sleep?
How you feeling?
Yeah,
like, especially if it was like last night, if it was like my back hurts. It's like, how's your back?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of these I only briefly scanned through these, but some of these are like, who fucking does that? Anything on your mind today? I'd be like,
that's a weird.
If you asked me that, I'd be like, I just woke up.
Yeah, unless you look like disturbed or angry, I mean, like, is everything, I might do that, but like, anything on your mind today, that's a weird way to
that's
start
a weird
the day
thing.
Yeah,
but I mean, I mean, I agree with this. How you feeling? Blah blah blah. Do you have any nightmares?
The other night, remember I told you I think I'd gotten up in the middle of the night and I had like 2 back-to-back pee dreams.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, I remember waking up like, oh, I actually have to pee. I've never had 2 back-to-back. That was weird.
Crazy. You've been talking in your sleep a little bit.
Oh, really? I've reverted back to that again.
And it's like completely just like you'll like say something and I'll like wake up and I'll be like, what? And then it'll be like, the ball in the thing. I'm like, I've learned to just be like, okay, and just roll back and go to sleep.
Sorry.
It's
That's
okay.
exactly how, like, when I was a kid or living with my mom, she would say that I would do that. Like, if I was on the couch and fell asleep watching TV. And she said the same thing. Like, I would say something and she'd be like, what? And
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening with my brain.
It's
but
pretty incoherent. So, like, it's not like you're revealing secrets or anything.
I mean,
so
I have
that's
none,
nice.
but it's just weird that I can't coherently form words when I'm sleeping.
Yeah,
but
it's just
that's
funny.
that's a lifelong habit, apparently.
That's hilarious. Okay, number 2, 20-second hug. Physical touch lowers stress and builds trust. Hold each other without distractions. Just be present.
We do that a lot.
We do that a lot.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like, I feel like if you're stupid and you read this, you go like, what? I have to like time my hug and plan, like I have to plan a hug. It's like, no, you're
You're already doing it wrong if you had that thought.
Exactly. It's like, you should just be doing it.
Yeah.
And if you're not, then it's like, well, you're not really, you probably don't really care about that person, if we're being honest.
Can you imagine some dude like hugging his woman is like
10 more seconds? Oh my God.
wait. You
Okay,
know?
get away from me.
We're
I
like,
have to go mow the lawn and be a man.
Yeah. But yeah, it's similar to that last post. It was like, oh, this is stuff we already do. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, you will be like, can I have a hug?
Yeah, especially if I've had a shitty day.
Yeah, and I'll be like,
ask.
oh, yeah, for sure. It's like, yeah, we should do that. I don't know, like, I'm never a person to be like, can I have a hug?
No, you just will go in
I'll
for
just
it.
do it. Yeah. But yeah, a nice long hug, scratching the back, grabbing the booty.
Haha.
That's a part of a hug, right? Ass
Sure.
grabbing? For dudes, it is. It's got to be. How else do you want me to spend my 20 seconds?
Oh my gosh.
Just feeling your back sweat?
I don't be back sweating nearly as much as you be back sweating.
Well, that's true. All right, number 3.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, can you not figure out we're going every other?
Sorry. I was too busy reading it silently. Daily appreciation. Say one thing you're grateful for about your partner. It rewires your brain to notice the good. I feel like
Yeah, it might not be every day.
but I feel like we say appreciative things often. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I think there are ways to say this without being like, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
there are other ways to get this point across.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like, well, we do it. I mean, every once in a while, it will be like, "Hey, just want to let you know, I appreciate you."
Yeah.
Like it is straightforward sometimes,
Yeah.
but most of the time, it's
Or like on the weekends, like when you bring me coffee in bed, I'm always like, thank you for the coffee. Like, I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but like, and we do this really well, and I don't know if other people do this of like saying please and thank you and like for just like the smallest
Isn't
things.
that just being a good human?
Yes, but in a relationship, I think it goes a long way because I think at some point people just kind of expect it.
Okay, take it for granted.
Take it for granted, and so it's just like they bring you your coffee, and you're just like, you know, like it's just because that's just what we do every day.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't know. I think that like I said, that goes a long way in a relationship when it's just like, hey, thank you for doing that little thing. And sometimes you say thank you, and I'm like, why are you thanking me? Like, this is like I genuinely think that. I'm like, why?
I don't know.
You don't have to say thank you. Like,
In the
it's
last
fine, but
5 to 10 years, because just human kindness and consideration is such in short supply.
Yeah.
Like, I make it a point to like try to express gratitude with anybody, coworkers, like that did something. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks, or whatever. Like my mom, and she, sometimes comes over with lunch. Hey, thank you for coming and thank you for bringing lunch. Like, I don't know. I just because just people are shitty. Like that's my one little ministry, if you want to call it that. Like I really, really try to express gratitude for just the smallest kindness, because just people don't show it enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is true. That is true. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like people weren't raised right or something.
Well, I mean, now,
Crazy.
sometimes I wonder if they weren't.
Isn't
But
that crazy? That people weren't learned to, appreciate others and put up with their differences and actually embrace the differences.
Right.
I don't understand how somebody can see like a different culture and be like, because I see it and I go, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know more. Like, why does that happen? Like, what does that food taste like? Like, how did that become like a regular cultural thing? Like, I'm just so fascinated by other people and other cultures.
For sure.
And for somebody to just be like, no, my way is the only way,
right,
is like so crazy to me. I don't know.
I mean, at the root of a lot of that type of sentiment is just fear of the unknown. Like,
Yeah.
If you've lived a life that's like not necessarily sheltered, but just around like one or two types of people, and maybe you've been taught or heard bad things about something you haven't encountered. Well, now when you encountered it, you're going to be like, oh, well, I remember hearing that this is like that with y'all. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's
like
all
eating ranch with pizza. You guys are so unaccepting of my use of ranch. And it's like, why? What does it matter to you? Why does it bother you? This is what I like. Why is that so bothersome?
I mean,
I don't talk shit about
you don't talk about blue cheese
sauce.
You don't talk shit about me eating blue cheese?
It's just because I think it's gross.
Okay.
But that's not a cultural thing. Ranch apparently is.
Ranch is just so bland.
That's so false. That's actually false.
All right. I feel like I got another sneeze.
It's like, just let me eat my crab cakes with what I want. What does it matter?
I mean, I didn't give you shit about that. That was my mom.
I know. I had to get in front of it.
That was so funny. Her reaction was just like...
Like, why is there ketchup on the thing? It's like, because I eat my food how I want to eat my food. Why is that a point of contention? I mean, I'll eat cocktail sauce, but it's like, I don't...
You like what you like.
Yeah, I like what I like. Why is that so crazy?
Just one of those things.
I like to eat ranch with pizza. Leave me alone. What do you eat with pizza? You just eat it plain like a psychopath?
Pizza already has sauce on it.
Yeah, you don't want more flavor?
No, if the pizza is good and well seasoned, I shouldn't have to add anything to it.
It's just it's just a little spritz of additional good flavor.
Okay.
I ranch with my French fries, my chicken tenders.
Delicious.
All right, number 4. Unplugged evening time. Just 10 to 15 minutes of undistracted conversation. Phones down, eyes on each other, talk, listen, connect. I mean, again, this isn't like something that we're like, all right, it's phones down time.
Yeah.
It's unplugged time.
Yeah.
Like it's MTV or something. Very few people probably know about MTV Unplugged.
Oh, wow.
But
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, this is like one of those things where like, I don't know. I don't know. I think we tend to do this in the midst of like a TV show where it's like, pause, we got to talk about this.
Yes.
And so like it kind of gets coupled into other things.
Or I've found that some conversation topic that was otherwise benign, something that happened to work or something we saw or whatever, and it usually segues into like an hour and a half deep conversation. Like that happens to us quite a lot too.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
And like the phones down thing is like, dude, if you're like talking and you have to actively tell yourself, I should put my phone down. It's like you're too far gone.
Yeah, for sure.
You have a problem and you need to nip it in the bud, because that's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like when you start going like, this thing happened to me at work, it's like my phone goes away. Like it's, for the most part, I think I'm pretty good about it.
Yeah.
or it just goes in my pocket and like it's just not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this would probably be like a work, like how was your day kind of thing,
Right.
more so than anything else.
For sure.
The last one.
Okay. Good night ritual. Even if it's just I love you or a forehead kiss, ending the day with warmth sets the tone for tomorrow. We 100% do this. Yeah.
Also, if you're doing forehead kisses, you're a psychopath. That's crazy, dude. Like, do a forehead. What am I, your child?
Oh my gosh.
Like, that is weird, right? Am I crazy? Like, we will do a forehead kiss it's pretty rare. And it's usually coupled in with other kissing. It's not just a forehead kiss. Like, that's how you tuck your kids into bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know they're just using it as an example, but that's a weird example to use.
Forehead kiss. I'm just trying to think of like a scenario where that's happened with us. I feel like if anything, it happens if we're like laying down. I don't feel like it happens when we're standing.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I guess that might also just be like a thing of like we're close to the same height, so it's not really feasible for either of us to kiss the other on the forehead.
Exactly.
So maybe that's just me in there. I don't know. Like, I guess if we're hugging, I guess your top of your head is kind of right at my mouth.
Not standing.
I'm more likely to kiss you like here.
That's fair.
Like, I don't know. Like,
but I don't know. Like, our height disparity is not such that your mouth is that much higher than my mouth.
Right.
Like I said, laying down, I could see that.
It's like right here, I think.
No, well, sitting, yeah.
No, like standing.
Oh, higher than my mouth, so that's like right about my nose. Yeah, that's about right.
Like, if anything, I'd kiss you like on the temple.
That's fair.
Like, yeah, I don't know. That's just a weird thing. But we definitely do have a good night ritual.
Yeah.
I'll even wake you up for it. I'm like, fucking wake up. Yeah. Good night.
If I've gone to bed first, yeah, for sure. I don't know. Our good night ritual of late is like reading.
Yep.
We're such nerds, but I love it.
Mm-hmm. Read.
We'll get it, snuggle in bed with our Kindles, and we're just good half hour or so. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You all right?
Yeah. It just got me. I only had one cup of coffee so far.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah, I think, and I feel like this is just like if you appreciate or if you really like love someone, then you will say goodnight to them and you'll tell them that you love them. And like, I don't know. We're not a argumentative couple. Like, we don't really have confrontations and arguments. So it's not like we don't have to like worry about like the whole like don't go to bed angry thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
We just don't do
Which
that.
I always
yet,
wonder, how does that
least.
work? Because I don't know, just imagining like, I mean, we have our little playful arguments, but if we were genuinely like, if I was genuinely upset with you or vice versa, like it would be hard for me to lay in the bed next to you. It'd be like, move your arm. Like, don't touch me.
That's why we need a king size bed eventually, because eventually we're going to get sick of each other.
You're breathing on me. Move. Like, I don't know.
You're too loud.
The concept of being in the bed with somebody you're mad at, like I hope I never experience that, because that would be hard. As petty as I can be, that would be hard.
Yeah, and it's actually like, and it happens obviously. Like I said, like we just don't yet, at least.
Yeah, knock on wood.
But like, I mean, lately, like with your like back issues and stuff, and mine, and like putting the bed up and stuff, whatever the case is, like. There was a time last week where like I woke up and you were in like the library laying on the daybed sleeping.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck, did I do something? No. I was like, oh no. Like it was immediately where my head was like, is she mad at me?
No.
Like,
I couldn't get comfortable and I felt like my tossing and turning was bothering you. So I didn't know if like, is it our mattress is making my back hurt? Let me go try another mattress. Right. Like, I don't know. Just frustrated with just me not sleeping.
Yeah, and I think at one point you thought maybe you were getting sick, so you like went into the game room, and even then I was like, is she sick or is she mad at me?
You mean the guest room, not the game room?
Right, that's what I meant. Yeah. I was like, is she? And like she doesn't want to sleep with me.
Aww.
She's angry.
No, I'm just trying to be considerate. Heaven forbid. No.
Yeah, I know, right? God forbid we do that.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Shit, I forgot. I lost it.
Oh. It's our end of the day ritual. Oh, going to bed mad. The concept of going to bed mad at each other. I'm trying to think. What else did we say?
Oh, I was gonna say. I feel like both of us slept like shit last night.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Anyway, like I couldn't. I fell asleep and then like I woke up. I couldn't go back to sleep. It was just like I don't know. Just strangely.
I started tossing and turning.
Strangely uncomfortable. I mean, me too. It wasn't just you. It was me also. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
I can't believe I'm about to utter this phrase. I can't wait until the weather is cooler so that I can determine if my discomfort for the last few months is just summer related, or is it like I'm getting that age and having those type of experiences with fluctuation of temperature kind of issue. So, but I don't know. It never fails at around like 2-3 o'clock. I just wake up and I'm just like, I'm like drenched and I'm hot. And,
yeah, you do flip the covers off onto me for some reason. And it's like, you think this is going to go well for me?
Well, I just got to get them off of me.
We just got to hit the lottery so we can get one of those 8 sleep beds. Remember that video I showed you of the bed that like changes the temperature based on, remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, that looks so, that's like, we genuinely need that.
That would be cool. Yeah.
we need that.
Yeah.
What is expensive as hell.
Of course. But yeah, it's like usually around 2-3 o'clock. It's like I'm gonna wake up and be on fire.
Yeah, I mean you're kind of on fire anyway.
Well, on fire to me, like. Yeah,
that's true. In the winter, you're like your skin is like the surface of Mercury.
I know
it is. But for whatever reason, you're like, I'm cold. Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, it's just the opposite for you. Like, I will touch your skin, and it's like, why are you cold? And you're like, I'm hot.
That's because you're 1,000 degrees. So, of course, anything around you feels cool.
I don't know how I can feel 1,000 degrees on the outside and be legitimately cold.
It's crazy. You're a radiator. It's insane. I don't get it, man.
I don't either. I don't
do
know.
Not get it. And then the last one that says a question a day from our card game. It's like, oh, you're lame. Stupid. You did this all for a promo and your shit. That's annoying, dude.
That's social media these days.
That's social media. Gets you looking at something for completely the wrong reason. That's
true.
It really is. It's really strange.
Are we going to do any of our top whatever lists this go around?
I didn't think of any.
Oh, I mean,
I can give you my top favorite bad movie, like my number one for sure.
What is it?
The Room.
Oh,
I think that's a lot of people's favorite bad movie.
Oh, that movie is bad.
It's so bad, but it's like if someone was like, "Do you want to watch The Room?" I'd be like, "Hell yeah, absolutely! I would love to." Especially if they haven't seen it before. It's like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun." Like,
I mean, just the amount of like. What?
The amount of like, this was the final cut. This was the one that made it fat. Like, that's crazy, dude. So funny.
Bad movie. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably another one that exists out there for me. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But the one that is coming up is probably First Night.
That's not a bad movie. You just don't like it because of the soundtrack.
No, I love the movie. That's what I'm saying. It's a bad movie that I love.
But I don't think it's a bad movie. It's well written. It's well acted.
Oh, wait, are you remembering the right movie?
Yeah, with Heath Ledger.
No, that's Knight's Tale.
Oh, you're talking about the King Arthur one.
Yeah,
with
Richard Gere and Sean Connery.
I'm Sir King Arthur.
There are so many holes and like, why would they do that in the story? But I love it, and I can't explain why.
Yeah, okay. I'd have to watch it again because I've only seen it the once.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the score. I mean, it's in regular rotation, but. Yeah. And I love the actors in it, but like as far as like Arthurian legend movies, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
One of my good friends, like it came out in like 95, 96, somewhere around there. Anytime it was on TV, we would watch it. Like we both love it, but it's not a good movie by good movie metrics.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that like Sean Connery did bad movies.
I mean, everybody has a bad movie. I feel like if you have stats where you've never made a bad movie, that's pretty remarkable.
That's true.
Like even Tom Hanks, as a revered actor as he is, that movie Lady Killers. Oh my God, that's another bad. Well, that's a bad movie I just don't like. But I remember the reason why it stands out is because I remember back in heyday of DVD buying, I caught it in like a $5 bin, and I'm like, it's Tom Hanks. Like,
how bad could it be?
How bad? Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
That's not his fault. It's more.
It had like Marlon Wayans in it. It was like a weird mishmash of misfits. I remember Tom Hanks had this weird like accent, and I don't know. Maybe somebody thinks it's good, but I hate it. It was so bad that I gave it away.
Wow, you didn't even keep it.
I was like, you don't deserve space that another
shelf.
DVD can have. No, bye. I hate it.
I'm trying to think of bad, and the thing is, like, especially as of late, like they've been purposefully making bad movies. What do you mean? Like Sharknado. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not.
But that almost feels like campy. They're just like leaning into the cheese factor. It wasn't taking itself seriously, I assume.
Right, but it's actively not a good movie. Yeah. Like, but they're doing that on purpose. Yeah. So that's not different. To me. Yeah, that's different. Yeah. It's like I want a movie where they really tried.
Yeah, and I feel like First Night they took themselves seriously.
Yeah. Same with like The Room. I mean, we know that for a fact that's the case. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously that is like the number one bad movie. Like,
oh really? It ranks high on the list. Okay.
They're still showing it in theaters in LA like regularly.
Really?
Yes. It goes like people still go view it in a theater.
I mean, the fact that they made a movie about that movie,
exactly.
Disaster Artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy's giggle, it made me want to jump through the screen and wring his neck alone. It reminded me of the giggle, funny. Mozart's giggle in Amadeus. Have you ever seen that?
No, we watched the Beethoven one.
Immortal Beloved, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't.
I think I have Amadeus on DVD, but good movie. But that I think Tom Hulce, I think it's his name, plays Beethoven or plays Mozart, but his giggle is like
cringe.
Giggle all the fucking time, like.
I don't know. I tend to avoid bad movies. Apparently, the new Ice Cube War of the Worlds movie is really bad, which it's only an hour and a half. We should watch it. But I don't know. I tend to just be like, why would I waste my time? Like, I like good art. It's like.
Well, see, I feel like that probably, I mean, not having seen it, obviously, but that probably fell victim to remaking a thing when the previous one isn't that old and is probably still really good, because wasn't there a War of the War of the World? Yeah, which I mean, how I feel about him, but I remember it getting I remember it getting like top ratings.
Let's be honest. Since we watched all the Mission Impossible movies, you had to have had a higher opinion of them since we watched all of those. Those were awesome movies.
My opinion of him is not higher, but of the franchise, they were solid movies. I'll give that. Yeah. Even
but he did it, like that was all him, like he did pretty much everything. Well, he didn't write it, I'm sure, but he was like the producer.
But see, that's the thing, I don't know that I could credit him with making those movies being good and entertaining. To me, it bothered me. Like I feel like he kept his hair a certain length so that every time one of them running scenes you could just see. And I'm just like, his hair is the star of that movie.
He's so good. I don't know. I need to watch like him in different stuff, because I think I've mostly only seen him in like action movies. Like I need to watch like Eyes Wide Shut. I've never seen it. Well,
I will tell you a movie I thought he was stellar acting, and it's actually one for early in his career, is the Born on the 4th of July.
Oh yeah, you've talked about that. And, the one with Jack Nicholson, the military
Few Good
one.
Men.
Yeah,
I mean, like it's good, but not because of him. That's one of those.
He's the main character. What are you talking about?
To me, gotta give credit. There are certain movies where it's like a legitimately entertaining and or good movie, and then there are movies that are like, oh, it's good because that person is in it, and these are not the case. Born on the 4th of July, he made that good. His acting was fantastic. The Mission Impossible is A Few Good Men. Any other capable actor could have been in there and it still would have been a good movie.
Yeah, but I think he does a lot of like concepts for the Mission Impossible stuff. For like the action sequences, I think he's more involved than you think.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then
I don't know, but
I'm just saying his face on screen did not make the movie good for me. It could have been anybody else.
I mean, yeah, but
I will give credit. I'm sure Carlos will probably be happy to hear this.
Maverick?
Yeah,
Top
that
Gun?
was legitimately good.
Yeah.
And I will give him credit. He was part of what made it good. That was good. The Mission Impossible ones, good franchise,
so
but it's not
good.
because of him.
They're so
I like
good.
the other ancillary characters way more than Tom Cruise's character.
Those last 2 or 3 were so good.
I'm not disagreeing.
So good.
But for me, it wasn't because of him.
Okay, I mean, I can't argue with that.
It's similar to me.
You know what? We need an AI to go in and put another actor in and just face over face in Mission Impossible and see if it holds up still.
Well, and the thing is
put me into Mission Impossible, see if it holds up.
I'm not. Aside from Born on the 4th of July, which that was early in his career, so I don't know if he's just like phoning it in subsequently, but I legitimately, if I had never seen Born on the 4th of July, I would legitimately question whether Tom Cruise is a good actor because he plays the same kind of guy all the time, which I perceive as his real personality. I'm like, are you really acting or are you just being the run, jump, and chase guy?
But even if you're, I don't know, like just to be even if you're being yourself, to do it convincingly on screen, on command, is still difficult. Like, that's still acting, because you have to pretend like a thing is happening, even if you're acting like yourself. He's not a super spy. He's still got to act like... It's not an easy thing to do. Everybody, like, talks shit about, like, Seth Rogen and Kevin Hart, because they, like, play the same person.
Yeah.
But it's like, you think it's just easy to just snap into, like...
I think it's easier than playing something completely opposite of your actual character.
Sure. But it's still acting.
So I need to see Tom Cruise doing something that seems completely contrary to this run, jump, and chase action kick-ass guy.
But I think that's what he likes to do.
Okay, and that's fine, but I just don't revere him as like a good actor because I'm like, you haven't shown me range.
But he did the one movie.
Yeah.
So what more do you need? How many movies do you need to show that he's a good actor?
I want to know that he can do it now. Like, is he just phoning it in now? Like, he doesn't want to be bothered with actual good acting now? Because the Born on the 4th of July was in the 80s. 80s? Late 80s, early 90s, maybe?
I said, I mean, Eyes Wide Shut is... have you seen it?
I've never seen it.
We'll have to watch that, because, I mean, that's a highly regarded movie.
It's like a Stanley
Kubrick
and it
movie.
Isn't Nicole Kidman his love interest?
Not sure.
I feel like she's in it and he's got sex scenes. I'm like, okay, so you're acting like you're fucking your real life wife? Okay, that's hard acting. Again, so I'm not going in it with high hopes because he's opposite his real life wife at the time.
I mean, I feel like sex acting is probably difficult.
I would think it's difficult with someone who's not your actual spouse.
Yeah, but you're still doing it in front of a room full of people.
Sure, but...
Look at porn. They're not good actors.
Yeah, exactly.
So to make it convincing that it's real sex...
But I feel like it's easier to make it convincing if it's the real life person you have sex with regularly.
Or you just don't want to make that person jealous.
Oh my God. I don't know. For instance, another example similar to this
God, how dare you call it fucking? God, you're so crass.
I think of Whitney Houston movies, and God rest her soul, but she was not a good actor.
Not an actress.
At all. But all her movies are fantastic. And she lucked out because she had other competent actors to carry the movie and make it good, but they were good not from her acting. I hate to say it, but... And I feel like that similarly with Tom Cruise. It's like, yeah, you're lucky enough to be in good shit, but it's not good because of you.
But don't you think he was able to get to the point where like he can do like basically what he wants because he proved himself as an actor?
He found a lane who was like...
But he was doing other movies before the Mission Impossible stuff.
Sure.
So it's like he had to... Like, you don't get to be like the main action star without any prior acting. Like...
I mean, I don't disagree with you.
You have to work your way into that.
I honestly feel like if I'm being realistic, I think in his youth... he really was focused on being a good actor and proving his mettle. But he got in and people were like, he's got a good head of hair and he's halfway good looking. He could just ride the coattails of that from here on out. And it just seems like he is.
Right. And it's like, Well, why wouldn't you? Like, why wouldn't you?
And I'm not begrudging him that.
Like,
I'm just saying, like,
make
he
$1
feels like he was
billion.
trying hard to establish himself as like a good actor in the beginning,
Sure.
and now he's like, I don't have to.
It's the same thing with comedians. Most comedians, like, they work really hard at the beginning of their career. They put out a special that's like, damn, that was awesome. And then it just kind of tapers off.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Because they get rich and they're like, I don't need to try as hard anymore.
But I guess it just depends
Joe
on
Rogan.
it just depends on what your goal is. Because I think of other actors that started off as like, think of like Tom, I don't know if you knew what Tom Hanks's early stuff was. He was like on Bosom Buddies. He was a slapsticky physical comedy, don't take seriously kind of guy. And then like he did Big, which kind of bridged the gap. He was kind of funny, but then he showed like some breadth and emotional. And then like he got Philadelphia, and then he's been like serious actor mode since. Yeah. It's like with most people that we consider good actors, like their early stuff was either small or inconsequential, and you could see the growth. And it's like I feel like it was the opposite for Tom Cruise.
But I don't know. It's like
he's regressed.
I don't know. It's like I feel like eventually it's just like, well, I just have to maintain my notoriety or like my face. I just have to like stay in the game, or people aren't going to go see Mission Impossible 8. You know what I mean?
Well, and also I wonder with him in particular how much his Scientology beliefs factor into that. Like, if he's purposefully not choosing meaty, juicy, serious roles because some aspect of that is like, oh, that's against Scientology. I can't do that on screen. I can't say that, or you know what I mean?
I think he has to continue to pay the church. That's why he's doing these huge blockbuster movies. Like, I have to pay $1 billion to get these thetans out of my blood. Like that kind of shit.
I mean, I think back to, which I haven't seen enough of his movies to really qualify him as a good or bad actor. The few I've seen were earlier in his career. I think of like John Travolta. Isn't he also Scientology?
Yeah.
And it's like he hasn't, from what I've seen,
Sandy.
He hasn't shown.
Didn't Grease like make him?
That I don't know if that or Saturday Night Fever came first, whichever.
Oh, and then he was in Pulp Fiction, and that was.
But again, I'm embarrassed to admit I still have not seen Pulp Fiction, but I can't weigh in there. But I know that's a big role for him. Yeah. But I'm curious what his breadth of acting shows to kind of quantify whether Scientology has an effect on what kind of roles they can take.
I mean, I made a joke about Grease, but I mean, I feel like he was pretty good in Grease. As like being like 50s, I'm too cool for my own shoes, but then his heart melts with this blue-eyed blonde chick, the 1950s Sydney Sweeney, comes in and he's just like, Sandy. That's my favorite line. He goes, Sandy, what are you doing here? And
he has had
a charm.
I still assume he still has a singing ability, but. He didn't lean into, he proved he can sing. And I feel like my mom told me in the 80s he put out a record, and I guess it didn't do well and people were calling him John Revolting.
Oh, that's, I've always I have no problem with John Travolta. He's got a weird face, but like he's everything. I've never been like, ooh, that was bad. Apparently he did do what was the one, like the Scientology movie? It was like Battlefield Earth or something.
Okay. But that got panned though, didn't it?
What does that mean?
Like it wasn't received well. It was not a hit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But like I've never seen that, so I don't know. Like,
but again, his name is not bandied around for like Oscar nominations. He's not doing some meaty, juicy stuff. Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes like when it comes to like bad movie, especially if it's like that, if it's like, oh, Scientologist was like, well, that's probably the director's fault. And it's probably a script problem. Yeah. It's just not as good as like a real studio could do. Like, because that's just how it works. Like people underestimate the power of a good script and a good director.
For sure.
To tell the actor like, no, you got to do it like this. But if they just go say the lines and the actor's like, all right, here's my rendition of what I read in the script, then it's like, well, you have no direction.
Yeah.
So you need like a good director and good. That's what people say about like the prequel Star Wars movies. is that like
because George Lucas directed those. He didn't
right,
do the original 3. Yeah.
Right. So that's what like Aaron Chase always told me, because what was so the second one where Anakin ages up and it's Hayden Christensen. Mm-hmm. And I like watching that. I was like, his delivery of lines is terrible.
Yeah.
And Aaron was like, well, that's mostly because of the script and George Lucas's direction. Like, it just wasn't.
But yet
good.
The other A-list actors figured it out. Nobody else's acting is bad, so it can't be all the script and direction. Perhaps. Liam Neeson, what's her name, Natalie Portman, Ewan McGregor managed to pull out a decent performance.
That's true.
So
but I feel like
you can't put it all on that.
They were probably more experienced. Like Hayden Christensen was young.
I know.
Movie,
but I'm just saying, like,
yeah, you got
it. Can't be put all on director and script. True. Because everybody else did fine.
but there is an aspect to it
for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's get out of here. It was almost an hour and a half.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
All right.
We got shit to do.
Yep.
So follow us on Instagram at Willie_D20.
And Eb_Nick.
Like, subscribe, share. If you have any topics, stuff you want us to discuss, go ahead and email it to thickthinpod@gmail.com. And I'll be in Big Bear next weekend for Eben's birthday weekend. Doing the Laugh Fest. I will be doing the 8:00 show on Friday, and then the ridiculously late 12:30 show on Saturday night / Sunday morning. So come out to that, and then the following week, the 31st, I'll be at High Point Brewing Company. Place, I don't know. Every brewing that is a company, or is like, I just assume that's what it is. But anyway, I'll be at High Point Brewing in whatever city that's located in. I don't know. I forgot. There's too many cities when you start going toward LA. It's just like one after another.
One exit is a city.
Yeah, it's like Rancho Cucamonga, Montclair, Claremont, Altadena. It's just like, I don't know which one. Covina, West Covina. It's like, can't you just?
I agree.
Whatever. Anyway, so go on my Instagram for that information. You'll be able to find it. Anything else?
No.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye.